And I have honestly never seen a company fumble the bag so hard like the WNBA fumbled Caitlin Clark. It sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity.
In the world of professional sports, money usually talks the loudest. Multi-million-dollar contracts, endorsements, and sponsorships often define an athlete's career path. But every once in a while, a player makes a decision that flips the script, choosing legacy, loyalty, and principle over fast cash. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark just did. The rookie superstar of the WNBA, who has already become one of the most famous athletes in America.
Whether they've been fans for 20 plus years or whether they're new fans in our league, I think continuing
was offered a mind-blowing $15 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league. The catch? It would require her to leave the WNBA and play just 10 weeks in a half-court exhibition-style format. For most athletes, that's an instant yes. But Caitlin Clark said no. And that single decision has sent shockwaves through basketball, sparking debates about money, loyalty, and the value of women's sports. In this video, we're diving into the full story.
Cut it to 6 in the third quarter, so I think that's a positive you look at. Like, we really did not play a good game, but we were right there at moments, and then it kind of got away from us at the end of the third and fourth quarter.
What the Big Three's offer really meant, why Caitlin turned it down, how her endorsement empire gives her leverage, and how this moment could change the WNBA forever. Stick with us until the end, because this isn't just about one player. This is about the future of women's basketball. The $15 million Big Three offer, too good to be true? Ice Cube's Big Three League has made a name for itself by thinking outside the box. Half-court games, flashy marketing, and big personalities are its trademark. But nothing grabbed attention quite like the reported offer to Caitlin Clark. $15 million for 10 weeks of play. Let that sink in. To put it in perspective, the maximum base salary in the WNBA right now is around $252,000 per season. Caitlin herself, as a rookie, earns only about $76,000 from her WNBA contract. The Big Three's offer was nearly 200 times her league salary. The math is shocking. The offer wasn't just about signing an athlete, it was about making a statement, drawing headlines, and boosting the Big Three's credibility by landing the most marketable player in women's basketball. But Clark wasn't tempted. Why Caitlin Clark walked away? So why would anyone turn down that kind of money? The answer lies in Clark's values and long-term vision. 1. Loyalty to the WNBA. Caitlin has said from day one that she wants to grow the WNBA, not just benefit from it. Joining a rival league, even for a short stint, would have gone against that mission. 2. Financial security through endorsements. Thanks to her sponsorships, Caitlin doesn't rely on her WNBA paycheck. Her deals with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm already make her one of the richest athletes in the league. 3. A long-term legacy. Clark isn't chasing a quick payday. She's chasing history. WNBA titles, records, and a lasting legacy that no amount of short-term cash can buy. In short, Caitlin Clark's rejection of the Big Three wasn't about turning down money, it was about standing up for her values. Her historic Nike deal. One of the biggest reasons Caitlin could confidently reject $15 million is her groundbreaking partnership with Nike. In 2024, she signed an 8-year, $28 million contract, the largest shoe deal in WNBA history. Even more importantly, the contract includes her own signature shoe line, a rare honor that places her alongside legends of the sport. Nike isn't just investing in her game, they're investing in her global impact. That deal alone guarantees Caitlin financial stability for years to come, but it also signals that she is more than an athlete. She's a brand, an icon, and a cultural force. Endorsements beyond Nike. Nike may be the crown jewel, but Caitlin's portfolio extends far wider. She has deals with Gatorade, showcasing her as the face of energy and endurance. State Farm, placing her in commercials that air nationwide. Topps trading cards, and Buick, adding variety to her sponsorship base. Together, these partnerships push her annual earnings into the millions, far beyond her WNBA salary. That's why she can afford to say no to the Big Three. She doesn't need their money. She already has her own empire. The bigger battle, fair pay in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's decision comes at a time when the WNBA is facing growing pressure to improve pay and conditions for its athletes. Current labor talks have highlighted the massive gap between what women athletes earn and the value they bring to the league. Clark herself has spoken out about this issue, calling for better salaries, more investment, and greater support for WNBA players. By rejecting the Big Three's $15 million, she sent a loud message. She's not interested in short-term money. She wants long-term change for everyone. Her stance has turned her into not just a star athlete, but also a leader in the fight for equality in sports. Reactions from fans and media. The basketball world didn't take long to respond. Some fans argued Clark was foolish for leaving $15 million on the table, insisting that athletes should take care of themselves financially. Others praised her loyalty, calling her decision bold, selfless, and visionary. Sports analysts have noted that this move could strengthen her legacy even more than winning games. By standing firm, she's forcing the WNBA to address pay gaps and pushing the conversation into the mainstream. Why this matters for the WNBA. The WNBA is at a turning point. Ratings are climbing, arenas are selling out, and players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are driving unprecedented interest. But the money hasn't caught up yet. Caitlin's decision is essentially a challenge to the league: invest in your players or risk losing them to rival organizations. If a small league like the Big Three can dangle $15 million, the WNBA has no excuse not to raise its pay scale. Her rejection of the deal keeps the pressure squarely on the league's leadership. Comparisons with past generations. It's worth remembering that past WNBA legends like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird had to spend years playing overseas, often in Russia or Turkey, just to make ends meet. They risked injury and burnout because the WNBA couldn't pay them enough. Caitlin Clark represents a new generation. She's saying, we shouldn't have to go elsewhere. The WNBA should be enough. That shift in mindset could change the future for every player who follows her. The symbolism of saying no. By turning down the Big Three, Caitlin Clark proved something powerful. She cannot be bought. Her loyalty, her vision, and her commitment to the WNBA are stronger than any paycheck. That kind of integrity is rare in sports, and it's exactly why her fan base continues to grow, why brands want her face on their products, and why her story resonates far beyond basketball. Looking ahead, what's next for Caitlin Clark? So what's next? Caitlin's focus remains firmly on the WNBA. She's determined to bring championships to the Indiana Fever, inspire the next generation of players, and push for systemic change in the league. Meanwhile, her influence will keep growing off the court. Her Nike shoes will hit stores, her commercials will keep playing on national TV, and her voice will continue shaping the future of women's sports. And every time a headline mentions the $15 million she turned down, fans will be reminded, Caitlin Clark chose loyalty over money. Caitlin Clark's rejection of the Big Three's $15 million deal isn't just a sports story, it's a cultural moment. It's proof that the value of an athlete isn't always measured in dollars. Sometimes it's measured in integrity, vision, and the courage to put legacy first. She already has the endorsements, the fame, and the financial security. What she wants now is something bigger, to transform women's basketball from the inside out. So here's the question. Was turning down $15 million the smartest move of Caitlin Clark's career, or did she leave too much on the table? That's for fans to decide. If you believe in Caitlin's vision, smash that like button. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the scoreboard. And drop a comment. Would you have taken the money or made the same choice she did? Because one thing's for sure, this story proves Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game, she's changing it.